married. Didn't get married till I was 32. So, again, my question is, so you already know about the 54% of marriages end in divorce. Relationships can lead to marriage. So we asked the question, how many people is still looking for Mr. Right? And some of you are very honest, and that's wonderful. There's nothing wrong with looking for Mr. Right.
Mrs. Right.
Don't let nobody trick you. And that was my next question. How many of you are still looking for Mrs. Right? Well, I hope you're not looking for Mr. Wrong. That's wrong. For those of you who didn't raise your hand. See, that's one of the relationship issues. You have to know your purpose. If you got to have a plan going into it. So if you're not, well, I'm not looking for Mr. Right. What you looking for, Mr. Wrong?
That's right.
You're not looking for Miss Right. What you looking for, Mr. Miss Wrong?
Teach that.
Know what you're looking for. Because if you don't know what you're looking for, you might come up with anything. And that is what I have found as a relationship problem. Some people, they don't even talk about this. They don't take the time to try to know what they're looking for. I understand that we want people, with the cute physique and the nice hair, the right eyes, the right size, just this and that. That comes later. You got to know first what your goals are in that relationship. Because you know what, you just go after some legs and some thighs and some arms and some biceps and all that stuff. You might come away with anything. Somebody with biceps can hit you hard. But the chokehold on you quick. The cheap biceps might not be the right thing for you. And you're going to see as we go through the slides that I'm going to be talking about some of the ways to find Mr. and Mrs. Right. So what are we going to be talking about here tonight? Hopefully I made you laugh enough. You got enough laughs in or no? Okay, so this is what I'm going to be talking about tonight. So we know some people are looking for Mr. Right, and that's great. Some people are looking for Miss Right, that's wonderful. Now, one more question before I go to the slides. How many of you sitting here today wish that you would have had a seminar like this prior to your first major relationship? Again, honesty is the policy, not just the best policy, that is the policy. See, there's something about telling the truth that sets you free to become who you're supposed to really be.
That's right.
All these people that are messing up, y'all, are the people who live in lies and secrecy.
That's right. People
call it wearing a mask. People call it all kinds of things. But what they call it?
Double life.
Double life, yes. And this is the problem with a double life. When we start living a double life, being confused, don't know which way to go, the people we attract to us are the same kind of people. So then you wonder why you wake up after the wedding, he all in a double life. Because you were in a double life. Now, okay, so you're honest about that. Now, I know that at least one person who walked in here, we're going to get you out of here by 8, don't worry. But I just want to welcome all of you again. And before we get too far started, because I believe he may have to go, I want to just bring up my husband, Drew Williams, who was chatting with his niece. Yes. But I want him, and he can go. I just want to introduce him without the umbrella. I told him, leave the umbrella. No, I need you to come right now, though, because I need to get to this part. Okay, just come and do this part. Promise. But without the umbrella, because we're on tape. Okay, come on. So here he is. Go ahead, turn around so people can see him. People be thinking that, I'm not trying to be funny here, but people think sometimes, I do a lot of seminars and I talk about relationships, but I don't always produce, the evidence. I told honey, could you please come tonight? Because normally he has stuff to do on Tuesday. And I want you to see that he's a living, breathing I'm not trying to be funny. But because there's another part that I'm going to be talking about. And so I needed people to see that it is real, okay? It's not fake, all right? Okay. So tonight I'm going to talk about, for a moment, how to get over a bad breakup. Anybody in here ever had a bad breakup?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about it because it's a part of life.
Yes.
It's a part of relationships. How many of you have ever had your heart broken?
Yes.
Okay, great, you had your heart broken. I mean, you cried your eyes out. How many of you did like me? You went shopping and ate some ice cream? I'm in financial, listen, I'm in financial bondage today because of that. Did y'all hear that?
No. No.
I'm in financial bondage today because of that. Going shopping, spending the money recklessly. Because I'm upset, I'm sad, I'm brokenhearted. And once we get started on that, spending the money, using those credit cards, whatever, imagine this. If I could get every dollar back for every time I was cried because some man walked off and left me, I could buy all of y'all a house in New Jersey. I can see if this was Texas, you can figure it out, a house. This is New Jersey. So going shopping is not always the answer. Save that money and buy a house. Bad, break up yourself all the way to the bank. Y'all went to the bank crying, oh, he left, and all in the bank, put my money in there. By the time I get through crying, the mortgage company is like, here's your keys. And then 5 years later, I would invite him and his new wife. Go out their apartment. Would invite them and the little babies. If I had known back then what I know today, that's why I'm doing the seminar for, because I want to help other people get a house.
Yes.
Have them sitting all out on your debt. And for that day, I'd say forget the little paper plates. And I'd break out the china. Serve them up right. You get them on. Okay? Now, come on, man. Woo, do it right, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. That's how to get over a bad breakup.
Come on now.
Because I know people that was burning when people saw the flyer. What does she mean? How's she going to help us out of that? The reality is the breakups are going to come every time we do one of these other things like don't ignore when somebody's trying to tell you how to understand your emotions and how to know if that's a sign of a Mr. or Mrs. Wrong and what are the top 10 reasons relationships fail. When people ignore all that, we're going to end up in a bad breakup. So the bad breakup is coming. I'm just trying to tell you how to make the most of it. Because you can't get rid of it. Get that house. If a house ain't what you want, get the car. Why are you still taking the bus? And you done had 5 bad breakups. Take that money and get the car. Now, here's the other thing. Some people, how many people had the eating thing? He leave me, I'm going to eat. She leave me, I'm going to eat. Yo, I ain't even got to go there what you could have did with that money. They're 40 pounds lighter. So the time when he do see you, you are good. Go. You don't care how fine she is. It took me a long time to get there too. Now, okay. Anybody in here need any advice about cheating? If the spouse cheats on you. Now, in a relationship cheating, that's interesting because you're just dating and